Israel is about to use a new secret weapon in Gaza Strip called Sponge Bomb. This chemical warfare is unlike anything you have seen before. It contains a classified secret liquid that upon release will magically expand to a foam, effectively sealing off large gaps like tunnel entrances. This prevents potential enemy ambushes and disrupts their logistics network. While traditional methods like explosives or flooding the tunnels with sewage water have been proven successful in the past, the introduction of Sponge Bomb in the wake of deadly terrorist attacks of October 7th signifies a major shift in Israel tactics to fight Hamas. So, exactly what is Sponge Bomb, and why Israel Defense Forces or IDF is compelled to use it? The extensive network of tunnels in Gaza, often referred to as the Gaza Metro, were initially constructed in the early 1980s to facilitate the smuggling of goods, but their purpose evolved over time. Only 6.5 feet tall and 3 feet wide, they are dug by basic equipment and fortified by concrete. The tunnel network is so big that there's no point in dismantling all of it. That's why IDF has focused on either destroying or just blocking the tunnel entrances, and that is where the sponge bombs come to picture. IDF has not released much information about this bomb and the chemicals used in it, but it represents a departure from traditional bombs because it has no explosives. Instead of causing a high-impact explosion, it triggers a controlled release of foam. This expanding foam rapidly solidifies, effectively sealing off tunnel entrances and preventing surprise attacks from the enemy. In the context of tunnel warfare, this means that Israeli soldiers can use sponge bombs to seal off branching passages, preventing potential ambushes and reinforcements. But how does the sponge bomb work? The concept is similar to the application of expanding foam in the construction industry. Take, for instance, this DIY alternative to instant concrete for setting a post that you can buy from Home Depot for $16. It is a two-part, pre-proportioned polyurethane resin that produces an expanding foam upon mixing. It comes in 2 connecting pouches containing different chemical components. To initiate the process, one bag is rolled against another to break the seal, allowing the 2 chemicals to combine. After thoroughly mixing for about 15 seconds, the bag heats up, indicating a chemical reaction. You then have a brief window to cut the pouch and pour it in the hole before it expands. The expanding foam fills all voids and crevices, solidifying in only 3 minutes. Within 2 hours, it will be as hard as concrete. Sponge bombs operate on an oddly similar principle. Within a plastic container, 2 separate liquids are held apart by a metal partition. When this barrier is removed, the compounds mix, triggering the chemical reaction that leads to the rapid expansion and solidification of the foam. The result is a formidable barrier that can obstruct tunnel pathways effectively. However, it's crucial to note that the handling of the volatile liquid emulsion within sponge bombs carries its own set of risks. Mishandling the mixture has reportedly led to injuries, with some soldiers even losing their sight. The IDF has reportedly trained soldiers to use the sponge bombs at the Israeli military's Mini Gaza, a mock-up of the underground tunnel system constructed at the Urban Warfare Training Center in the Negev Desert. While sponge bombs represent a significant advancement in tunnel warfare, their deployment raises several important considerations. The tunnel network is known to serve various purposes, including holding the October 7th hostages that are reportedly spread out in the tunnel network. That is why Israel cannot flood the tunnels or use non-lethal gas to force the enemy out of the tunnels. Additionally, the use of chemical weapons, even non-lethal ones, requires careful consideration in accordance with international laws and conventions. Most of the equipment that IDF uses on the surface does not work in the tunnels. They have to have specialized equipment to breathe, to see, to navigate, to communicate, and to deploy lethal means, especially shooting. That is why the IDF has implemented a range of technological adaptations to enhance tunnel clearance operations. Specialized teams within the IDF's engineering corps have been formed into tunnel reconnaissance units. These units are equipped with ground and aerial sensors, ground-penetrating radar, and special drilling systems to locate tunnels. Thermal technology has also been incorporated to enable soldiers to navigate the pitch-black tunnels effectively. This capability is invaluable in ensuring that troops can move through the labyrinthine passages with confidence. Additionally, the potential use of robots and drones controlled by wires spooling off of the device offers a means of conducting reconnaissance and clearance operations safely. Israel has also started using trained dogs to help clearing the tunnels. Finally, let's not forget that it's not the first time that foam or slime has been considered for military use. American soldiers used foam as a non-lethal tactic to immobilize rioters in Somalia in 1990s. It's important to consider using sponge bombs within the broader context of the conflict in Gaza, which has persisted for decades, with both Israeli and Palestinian populations enduring significant hardships. Addressing the threat posed by the tunnels is just one facet of a multifaceted challenge that requires international attention and concerted efforts for a lasting and peaceful resolution.